Hey folks, SW here, and today we're going to talk about Gameoverse and what I think about it. And especially, I think this video is going to be short, and also this is pretty much unscripted. I had to watch Gameoverse again so I can come up for my full thoughts on it, and also, yeah, it didn't change my from my initial reaction from yesterday. So yeah, yesterday was a good one, hell of a good time watching the pilot. So yeah, and I must say, yes, Gameoverse is pretty good. Mm, I just want to get that out of the way. So yeah, yeah, Gameoverse is the pilot is pretty awesome. It delivers everything what it delivers, and yeah, but keep in mind, is it perfect? Not really. There's some. I have a little thoughts on on issues on it, but most of the time I had a good time and I don't see any issues of it. Despite maybe there's one I can point it out. Okay, so the pilot episode is about Kit, uh, Kabuto, and Gobbles going on boring adventures, saving characters from winning their own game. Basically, what we saw with Flappers. Okay, so yeah, we get to see their one of their missions going to the video game which is called Flappers, mind you, and which yeah, and we get to see what their the reasons why and why they're doing this, and also we get to see Syntax, which is the evil ones, I suppose. Despite the fact that the premise it says in the description that the group of heroes are only one that it says only one character can save them by helping the villains, which I mean this is a pilot and I'm pretty sure that as I said from my initial reaction they're gonna greenlight this and we can pretty much hope it is so we can learn more about what is the what's going on in this universe of video game worlds and why Kid, Kabuto, Gobbles, and especially Flappers join the team as well. Go ahead to save video game worlds, and and what is the motivation behind Syntax? Okay, and so yeah, so far the premise they gave us is overall is what I like about the beginning, they show who Kit is, and basically, there's a lot of details I might discuss about it. Like, there's some details that is very clever that it's hidden well, and we didn't even watch it realize it at first glance. But yeah, so yeah, Kit basically basically Kit beat up her anti self, which I don't know the name. I forgot the name. I don't think he has a name. I don't think so, but she did beat up her and Kabuto beat up their anti self, so which is pretty cool. I love the action, the animation going on there, and basically once they beat it up, their world completely collapsed, and it is pretty sad to see Kid way it structured her emotions, it really is sad, and I did not expect this pilot to go hard on the emotions. Not gonna lie, guys. During my reaction, I feel the gut punch whenever there's some traumatic experience of Kid, and also with Flappers. So yeah, and we get to see Kid see her world got destroyed, especially her home village, and he joined in by an unknown figure, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get issues like it doesn't explain what who is that, but I think it's better save it for later, which I kind of go with that. So yeah, and it may be a bit annoying, but hey, I can take it because I can be patient, So as we can see, those two are on the mission, especially with the flappers, the flappers world, and we could they crash land on the beach, and there's a lot of good stuff going on, especially which I like how the fan service is, you know what I mean, kit the swimsuits and misinformation swimsuit, but what I like about they balance it out because most of it in the pilot, if they're still stuck with it, but I don't, but that's not I only going for. Okay, I the reason I watch this pilot is for the story, the characters, and the premise, and yes, also fan service, but which I do appreciate they balance it out very well. So yeah, we can see that the villain's trying to stop Kid not getting to the planet. We also they how frustrating that is, and once Once Kit and Gobbles, you know, Kabuto was left behind, which got eaten by the shark, the king shark, and basically Kabuto is stuck with him. So yeah, as they went to that village, which it shows that it feels pretty surreal that Kid sees this village like it's similar to hers, which it triggers her well PTSD, which I can understand that. Yeah, it is pretty sad, and also it's kind of funny they didn't even realize that Flappers went on to do side quests, which made Gobbles thinking there's like kind of thinking does background characters do side quests? Which honestly, yes. I mean, take a look at Luigi, Luigi from Mario game, from Mario games, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. I can I might be wrong on that, but yeah, that's the best examples I can provide. But yeah, once they realize it's Flappers the main main character, they all freaked out. And yeah, so yeah, there's what I like about the pilot. There's a lot of manipulations, like, okay, and I had to hate to say misinfo. The character is misinformation, like misinfo. Like, oh, I see, misinfo. There you go. But yeah, there's tactics there and conflicts here and there, and we got to see the end results once they um, race against time to beat Flappers to get to the final boss, which they make Kaboodle there, but they unfortunately got followed by the Syntax, and basically a huge ass battle was going on. Which honestly, I'm intrigued on that. I love the action, the animation style. I liked it. Okay, and especially with the comedy and tone here and there, which I said earlier about the fan service. They all balanced that, which I give props to that. Which that is honestly pretty cool. But yeah, it is pretty engaging to see, and I literally hope Flappers didn't win, but guess what? Flappers win. And his world collapsed once Flapper sees what's going on, and then the villains or Syntax like literally, yeah, they tricked them, and and we and they all ran away, completed that mission of making the worlds collapse. So yeah, and what I like about is the characters' interactions, which I love the goofy nature of the villains right there. They're all bickering each other with misinformation, and the guy Michael Kovac plays. I like that. I like that. Yeah, they're bickering, but they do work together, which yeah, you could definitely see that. But they still bicker. I like that, and I also like the interactions between Kid, Caboodle, Gobbles, and even Flappers. We would get to at the end. I like the interaction with Kid and Gobbles because you can see like what I like that Kid says that Gobbles is a learning dinosaur, which yeah, a typical Barney the dinosaur. He's magenta. I mean, is that like obvious that Gobbles looks like Barney? I mean, almost, but yeah. But like when Gobbles being the learning dinosaur, we could see why Gobbles is a learning dinosaur. He was curious and progressively learning what's going on around him. We could see that. We can see that, and he understands Kid. So yeah, I like that. Even I like the reunion between Kid and Kabuto, which they've been through a lot together. Like the beginning when they defeated their anti selves, and everything goes downhill ever since, and they need to like join forces to an unknown figure to stop heroes beating their own games. So yeah, and also with the Flappers, once Flappers realizes he done good, I don't blame Flappers at all. He was like literally manipulated and tricked to it, and like he like you see the connection there, like once Kid sees Flappers it like saying like um that is it really his fault. Once Kid realized that what happened to her in her own world, she suddenly calms Flappers down, like try to calm him down, and we see how that's pretty sad as hell. I almost felt the gut punch right there, and overall, I like that. I like that. Yeah, it because Gameoverse is an action drama, which is just in the description. So yeah, which it really delivers right there. So yeah, and Flappers join the team. So yeah, they all escape and also went on to continue continue to their own missions, and that's basically it. And I like how every time when like Kid and Kabuto transform into mecha forms, it's actually pretty stunning. How like I like how they transform, especially with the kid swimsuit. Like I don't I it looks pretty damn awesome. That's my mind is that is so awesome. I like the transformation scenes. That is so awesome. So yeah, and the group which Kid, Kabuto, Gobbles, and Flappers left the world completely destroyed, and we saw the villains what they're trying to do of like making things fair, quote unquote fair. Like I wonder what they mean by that. Are they pretty much like being sore losers or something? Which I'm pretty sure that's the case. And they trying to get the shark to join them, which the shark I think is one of the intelligent villains, even though he was programmed. His interaction with Kabuto, the shark, it's pretty funny, and I find it pretty funny that the shark is literally programmed that way. Like those bosses, final bosses, like make it like, for example, Bowser from Super Mario Brothers. I think that yeah, that's the case. I mean, he did fight hard because due to Kabuto's training. So there's that. But he's also pretty intelligent once he realizes what happened to his home and everything, and he doesn't hesitate to fight back. But the villain is too he got strong and he got well sliced in half. So oh boy, this is not gonna go well. But yeah, but yeah. But anyways, guys. So in the pilot, I overall it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like the humor. I like the tone. I like the balancing of the genres I listed. And all right, I hope I can wait for see tomorrow. See some more. But after once again, I say sit in my reaction video. They're gonna finish up the Mason Joe Circus, which that is closer. Yeah. Oh boy. And then there's the Gaslight District, which I hope for that as well, and also Knights of Guinevere, and also yep. And there's Gameoverse. So yeah. Oh boy. There's a lot of things I can unpack. I probably make a entire videos on it, but I will save up in my live stream discussing it. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of details that is very clever and also pretty damn dark with especially with the villains, especially ooh the character Michael Kovac plays. Sorry, I don't remember the name. I forgot, but uh oh you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So anyways, uh yeah, I will give this pilot a 9 out of 10, which that's my opinion. I let your own opinions decide. Okay, so let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Okay, what you like about Gameverse. Let me know. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Sub, like, a comment. As always, I'll see you next time. My next vids. Peace out.